What's going on, everybody? So normally, if you're used to listening to my podcast or story times, I have my little intro with the music and all that. But today is a different type of video. If you don't realize from the title, it's a tribute video. So doing things just a little bit different. Everybody has their own way of dealing with the loss of the amazing man Ade. He he was just a lot to a lot of people, and hopefully I can do my best in speaking on him and just what he meant to me, and maybe to a lot of others what he meant to them. People have Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. People take to all those different platforms to celebrate and say their piece. And for me, it just made sense to come on here and to just speak on Ade and just what he meant to me. So for me, Ade was just a great teammate. And that's how I met Ade, was through football in college. And the moment I met Ade till the last snap I took with him, he was a starter. Like, he played. And if he didn't start, I mean, he was pretty much getting starters reps, which meant that, like, he might have not started off the game, but he ended up outplaying the starter. Like, he was always playing. And, like, coming in as a freshman on a college team, whether it's Division I to Division IX, which is obviously no such thing, to come in as a freshman and to play right away, you got to be pretty good. And Ade's talent, to me, flashed immediately. And I don't think talent alone makes you a great teammate, but it definitely helps, because who doesn't want to follow the lead of not only the best player on the team, but the best leader on the team, the person that carries themselves the best off the field as a college athlete. And to me, Ade embodied all of that. He was just a beast on the field. Getting to play next to him made my life a lot easier. I got a lot of praise for my play. So if you know football well, you know that it's a team sport through and through. And Ade, my senior year, did a lot of the dirty work so that I could shine. And it's easy for me to say that now, but in the moment, of course, I'm thinking I'm balling, and I think I'm doing my thing. But when you look back at it, you just see the amount of times he had to fight through triple and double teams so that I'm solo one-on-one so I can win my matchup. And for me, looking back now, and I just remember making plays and this man just flipping out and, like, it getting caught on camera, and then being in film room and Coach Preston being like, yo, what is this? Like, Ade, what are you doing? And we would all laugh and make a joke out of it. But it was just like, man, that man was so happy when we would make plays. And it just really embodied who he was as a teammate. And even in things he wasn't good at, he was still a great teammate. So let me tell you about Ade in basketball now. If y'all know me, y'all know I love to hoop. I love to, play pickup games and everything like that, and didn't change. That's how it was in college. We would always play basketball. And the first time I played basketball with Ade, I remember looking at him and being like, hey, we got them. Let's run a pick and roll right here. We gonna kill them all day with this. They won't be able to stop it. And he was like, nodding his head like, yeah, we got this. I'm like, all right, bet. First play, I come down, I say, Ade, pick and roll, let's go. This man comes, set a pick. Now, naturally, you roll to the basket when you're the big man. You put the defender in a bind. You either take the mid-range, you drive, you kick, This man set the pick and then gonna roll backwards to the 3-point line. I said, Ade, what are you doing? Do you play 2K? Do you have any knowledge of basketball? And the man used to tap the ball up in the air like a volleyball instead of grabbing it for rebounds. It was just a hot mess. Fast forward to we get out of college and just seeing the baller he became. We're like, you low key was picking up Ade with your first or second pick. Like, he was just like a essential if you wanted to win. And it was just crazy seeing the transition. And to me, I think that's what embodies a great teammate as well, is being willing to learn and to listen. And throughout those years, him developing his basketball game, playing intramural basketball, and us winning intramural championship. And yeah, it's not like a real basketball game that's going to go down in the NCAA books, but it was real for us. And to see where he had come from to where he is at now was just tremendous. And, you know, again, I just think that's what embodies a great teammate. So even through the stuff he was good at, and even the stuff that he wasn't so good at, he was just a great teammate through and through. So what a lot of people don't realize as well, Ade had no kids, or at least I don't know if he had some. Let me stop. Ade didn't have any kids, but to be honest, in our group, he was the youngest. But if anything, he was the father figure of the group. And I know he was he played a father figure role in my life. The short time that I knew him, I could say that I looked towards Ade as a father figure in my life, you know. And the story I have to kind of embody that is such a simple story of just love and encouragement. But to me, it was just like, it meant the world to me. And it was one day we were just out shopping. Ade loved going to Marshall's to like see if there was any, I don't know, like joggers at the time or whatever he was looking for. So, you know, I would always go with him. And one day we went to like this urban wear store, and it was me, Suits, and Ade. And at the time I had a real puffy hair, so I could never wear hats. And I remember I cut my hair and I was like, yo, I want to start wearing hats. But I didn't have any hats to wear. So while we're at the store, Ade sees a hat, but it was a Feli's hat. And he's just like, yo, bro, try on this hat. I tried on. I'm just like, you know, I don't know. He's like, bro, that hat looks good on you, man. You should get that hat. And I'm like, you know, it's $30. I'm like, I'm not trying to pay $30 for it. But he's like, bro, the hat looks good on you. You want to wear hats. Get the hat. He's like, matter of fact, pulls out $15. Says, here, now the hat's only $15. Go get the hat, man. And in that moment, such a small, like, such a small thing, right? People probably wouldn't even remember that. But for me, it was just so meaningful, because for me, not only did he encourage me to get the hat, he put literally his money where his mouth was and put money up for the hat. And long story short, Suits was with me, and he was like, yeah, man, it does look good on you. And I think he put up some money, and I only ended up paying like $5 for the hat. And I wore that blue Feli's hat backwards like no other. And I'm going to see if I have any pictures that I can put up and just show of me in that hat. And like I said, for me, just that small token for me was like why I looked up to Ade as that father figure. Next, Ade was a friend. Ade, my freshman year, I remember everyone would always say, hey, it's Ade and Ivan. It's Ivan and Ade. As if like we were just one unit. And as a freshman, it used to kind of bother me, because the coaches, for some reason, would get us mixed up all the time. People on campus would get us mixed up. And I'm like, yo, just because we black and 6 feet, like, don't mean we the same people. And I used to get kind of annoyed, and I remember going through college, kind of wanting to break out and just be my own person. And eventually that happened. Me and Ade weren't synonymous with one another anymore, but we would always still do a ton of things together. And whether it was Ade loved movies, watching scary movies at night, we would all pile into Ade room and watch a scary movie. Whether it was late nights, if y'all know Ade, that man loved his cookies. Whether it was going late night to Subway where he was VIP and they would hold chocolate chip cookies for this man. Like, you would go down there and you would say, "Can I get 3 chocolate chip cookies?" They would look at you dead in your soul. "We don't got no chocolate chip." Ade would come down. Ade would go up, wouldn't even ask. They would go on the back and pull out chocolate chip cookies for this man. I was baffled. Day in and day out, this man would have his cookies reserved. And I was just like, man. But eating cookies late night together, from taking trips, going to Fort Lauderdale, going to Vegas, just doing all these things together, it brought us closer than football ever would. It brought us closer than any class ever would. It was just memories and moments that some of them I probably don't even remember. Some of them I'll never forget, and others I just can't even talk about. But he was a true friend, and I love doing life with him. And I think that's really what embodies to me a great friend. Is someone that, like, you want to do things with. Like, you wanted to do life with Ade. You wanted to see Ade, hang out with him. Whether you were having a bad day, a good day, that was just someone that you wanted to be around. And for that, man, I appreciate him just being a friend to me and a friend to so many others. And last but definitely not least, Ade was a brother. I got a verse from Proverbs 17:17 that says, "A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born in a time of adversity." And, you know, when you think of people, you normally think of, like, all the good moments. And it was very interesting because with Ade, I really tried to think of, like, some not so good moments. And even my not so good moments were great moments. From me having my first breakup, literally Ade being there for me during my first breakup and talking to him, and him just, even in that moment, him making me laugh. The woman that I'm with now, the woman that I say I always prayed for, he was there with that too. Whether it was him encouraging me when I was nervous, not knowing, like, well, does she like me? Does she not like me? Like, he was one of the main people that I was like, bro, you tripping. Like, you really tripping. I'm like, nah, bro, that's just the homie, yada, yada, yada. He was one of very, very, very few people that was like, man, you need to shoot your shot. And of course, after college, shot my shot, and it's working out amazing. But he was one of the people that was in my corner, pushing me towards that. And I just even remember in my dark times, which for me would probably be at 2, 3 a.m., face first in the toilet throwing up because I can't handle my alcohol. Man, that man was there. He was walking me home, or if we were out and about, he was driving me home, making sure that I was A-okay, safe first and foremost. Man was making sure that, you know, I had a fresh change of clothes, was putting water in my system. I mean, I don't think I did one time took any videos, you know, and I'm not calling out other people, but it's just like, you know, you got those friends that's going to record you, make a joke out of it, and then you got those friends that's going to come to your rescue. And man, Ade would come to the rescue. And he truly was a brother to me. You know, I would call him and we would talk about any and everything. I remember when he first got his dream car, he called me and he told me. Matter of fact, he didn't even tell me. I just found out, and I call him. I'm like, bro, I know you just ain't get this car and didn't say nothing. And he was like, hey, I had to get me a little, you dig. And I was just so happy for him that it was like I got a new car. That it felt like I was driving around in the Challenger. So, like, he truly was a brother to me. And I just loved that through all those scary, confusing, heartbreaking moments, he was there. And he was there with nothing but love for me. So, just wrapping it up, there's only so much you can say about somebody. At some point in time, you kind of have to experience that person. And while I was sitting back thinking, I was sad, obviously, with the loss of an amazing man. But I thought, at least for us believers, and this won't apply to everyone, everybody believes various things, and it's not my job to convert or tell you what to believe in. But I know for us believers, there's one hope in seeing our day again, and that's through Jesus Christ. And as sad as we may be on this earth, a part of me knows that our day is in heaven with his creator and his mother, and is just waiting to give us the biggest welcome. As long as I'm alive and have breath in my body, the people around me, they'll always know our day. And not because I'm going to sit there and talk about him with every word that I utter, but because Ade is a living embodiment of who I am. I feel like Ade taught everybody. If he didn't teach you, he brought something out of you. If he didn't bring something out of you, he forced you to discover something about yourself that you never would without him. So I feel like he's a part of all of us. And as we go about our lives and talk to people and create families of our own, he's always going to be a part of us because he's a part of who we are and who we become. He was a teammate. He was a father. He was a friend. And he was my brother. Ade, I love you, man. Words can't express it. And I apologize that I didn't do my best to express everything to you that I wanted to here on this earth. But again, I know I'm going to see you again. And I know that you're with your mom smiling right now. So I love you, man. For everyone that's watching or listening, I love y'all as well. Go make something great out of your lives. Go tell your loved ones you love them. And live, 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 live.